The fastest way to the heart of a country is through its food. And street food is the bullet train to the most authentic and delicious discovery. International street foods run the gamut from gourmet.
It's got a super splendid ocean flavor to it.
To adventurous.
I love worm. It's a bamboo worm.
Indulging in street foods is like learning a new language.
After a good night drinking with your friends, you gotta eat a broodjes oud vlees.
And once you try it, there's no going back.
It gives you a bit of a kick, and it's quite addictive.
So forget the restaurant menus and lace up those walking shoes for the best, cheapest, and most fascinating eats on the streets around the world.
Hi.
Food. It's the #1 reason people like to travel, and the best place to find it is on the street. There's no better place to rub elbows with the locals and grab a bite that's fast, inexpensive, and speaks volumes about the culture. From Mopani worms in Namibia to hot dogs and pretzels in New York. Street foods reflect the essence of a place. Scoop up a camel spleen sandwich in Morocco, and you're digging into a piece of Berber history. Bite into spicy rabbit heads in China, and you're overwhelmed by the Sichuan tradition of spicy and bold flavors. They're mouth-watering, portable, and cheap. Like the best jerk chicken you'll ever eat, from a stand in Kingston, Jamaica for a couple of bucks. Vendors are magicians with just a cart, a grill, and a few fresh cuts of meat and spices. While food trucks are revving up in the United States, street foods have been around for centuries throughout the rest of the world. So we travel across the globe to Jerusalem for snacks as old as the Bible, to Berlin and Amsterdam for sweet and savory flavors from Europe, and to Tokyo, Hong Kong, and Mumbai, dishing up everything from eel kebabs to stinky tofu. And we start in Mumbai, India. It's the largest open-air kitchen in the world. Sizzling hot, crazy loud, fast, and always cheap. Capable of serving, get this, more than 20 million people a day. Mumbai is India's most populous city, a magnet for people and foods from all over the country.
You'll get a taste of every part of India on the streets of Mumbai. You won't get that anywhere else.
Kalyan Karmakar is a market researcher, but his passion is blogging about street food of his native India. Warm temperatures and dirt-cheap food carts bring practically everyone outdoors to socialize and eat at the numerous cow gullies, which means eat streets. And like this cow gully in the Fort Commercial District, there are always stands noisily cooking up pav bhaji. Pav bhaji is a cross between vegetable stew and gravy served with hot buttered rolls. The base starts with potatoes hand-mashed in butter, along with diced tomatoes, onions, peas, and peppers.
And then he's going to add his red masala and then spices and then a touch of lime.
It originated to feed textile mill workers in the 1890s.
So in India, we don't use spoons all the time. We use like our breads, our hands. It's really delicious. For me, it's really all about the butter.
The price is easy to swallow too, just $1 for a plateful. A lot of the food in Mumbai is vegetarian because 80% of the population is Hindu. They consider cows to be sacred, but they do have their burgers. Bombay burgers, that is, otherwise known as vada pav.
We call it vada pav. For you, it's Bombay burger. Mumbai's favorite food.
It has no meat. It's just a carb fest of potatoes and spices mashed in a ball, coated with chickpea flour and deep fried. The vada pav sells for about 10 cents. Locals eat it for every meal.
If you want to taste real Mumbai food, it's on the streets, available on the streets. Yeah. No need to go to a 5-star or any posh restaurant.
Well, maybe, but it's better if you're weaned on a very spicy diet. The Bombay burgers come with complimentary chili peppers, which would destroy adventurous eaters in most parts of the world. But not here.
No, because we've grown up on this. So, after this, like habanero peppers of Mexico, those are like kids stuff. Like, we can have that in our sleeve.
No doubt about it, the street food scene in Mumbai is gritty. Takeout is wrapped in newspaper. Everyone cooks, serves, and eats with their right hand. And sanitation issues make the tap water unsafe to drink, especially for Westerners. It's why most visitors pass up raw fruits, vegetables, and drinks. While there are eat streets all over Mumbai, you'll only find meat dishes in a handful of Muslim areas, like Bendi Bazaar in the oldest part of South Mumbai. It's home to the Borhi Mahalla neighborhood, with dozens of stands and holes in the wall where rich and poor rub elbows and break bread. Starting with the famous Indian flatbread called roti. Here at the Mohammed Khan Bakery, the process hasn't changed in hundreds of years. Whole wheat flour, water, and a pinch of salt. Hand-kneaded, flattened on a cloth-covered bowl, and then slapped inside a clay tandoor oven.
Like even the aroma, it just makes you smile. I mean, this is like what bread was meant to be.
They ship rotis all over India. And just down the block to this shop, cooking barahandi, or 12 vessels. Naheem Hyatt's family has owned this place for 3 generations, where they've got cow, goat, and lamb feet, rumps, brains, and bone marrow, simmering in curries and sauces all day.
It takes 12 hours to get cooked. We put out the recipe in the morning, then we arrange it in the evening.
Kalyan is joined by Mr. Mosin. He's, one of the regulars here.
And now we are going to start and we'll let you know how.
So it's chota ka paya, and paya means trotters.
Trotters. Paya means trotters.
That's goat feet to you and me.
This is just the marrow.
We suck out the marrow out of bones, but they've done it for us. So you just got this like marrow over here, and you dip your roti into it, take it out.
This is to be eaten with our hands, not with a knife or a fork.
Yeah. And you sort of dunk it in.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Fond of such food.
I love it. You've got a meaty flavor, so it's very, very decadent and sinful.
And the slow cooking makes the meat literally melt off the bone, even a tailbone.
Look at this. I mean, it's like one of Mr. Mosin's mattresses. I mean, like it's like softer than a feather mattress. Fantastic.
Good.
There aren't many places like this left as younger consumers want faster foods. But for lots of Mumbaikers, the most popular spots for street foods and socializing are Mumbai's beaches.
It's what life was before malls were developed. So it's really the malls for most of Mumbai.
And here at Juhu Beach, people come for the cool breezes and the chots, or snacks. These are made of puri, fried flour dough, some flat, some formed into hollow balls, all topped with variations of potatoes, chutney relishes, and spices.
It's a little bit spicy, but it's a tasty food. It's a mix-up of all the vegetables, tomato, onion, and all, so it's very yummy.
The variations are as endless as the streams of locals and tourists walking along the sand.
Yeah, I'm not too good with spice, so I have to try and find things that aren't too hot. This isn't too hot, so it's good.
Got like skewers and stuff off the steak, they're beautiful. But yeah, a lot of veggies as well. It's good.
And desserts as well, there's a lot of excellent desserts.
Desserts, like the gola, crushed ice, doused with several different flavors of tart and sticky syrup. There's just no neat way to eat these things. Or a faluta. You can get them in different sweet flavors. This one is rose, mixed with noodles, seeds, milk, and ice cream. Hard to tell whether to use a straw or a fork. And to top off a night at Juhu Beach, there are prawns, a beetle leaf stuffed with dried fruits and spices.
And it's a digestive and a slight, it gives you a bit of a kick.
And if the mildly addicting stimulant in the beetle leaves isn't enough of a kick for you, get this. They dress them with a thin layer of real silver, just for show. But you don't need silver to eat like a king in Mumbai. Because the street food is so incredibly cheap and delicious.
I love Mumbai. I'm addicted to Mumbai. It's a bit like Hotel California. Once you check in, you just can't check out.
And while it is tempting to linger in India, why miss out on one of the most delectable combinations of sugar and butter you'll ever find?
They're very good.
This diet buster is coming up later in Amsterdam. But first, it's time to pack on the protein. And in Bangkok, it either slithers, scurries, or squirms.
I love worm. It's a bamboo worm. Oh my God, I want to taste it.
Bangkok, Thailand is one of the fastest growing, most modern cities in Southeast Asia. With a population topping 9 million and counting. It's a city that never sleeps while it pulsates with culture, fashion, and cuisine, peddled by immigrants from around the region. So it's a constant outdoor smorgasbord along the canals and streets, with vendors hawking everything from crispy grasshoppers and locusts to fermented rice and spicy snakehead fish.
Not only like fast, it have to be good. So all the street food squeeze itself into people's daily life. It's not only street food, it's a part of life.
Nim Korokot is a travel and food writer who can't wait to get home to Bangkok after business trips.
And I'm just fall in love with food because what Thai people love so much, I'm just ordinary Thai. We love food.
They love food so much, locals eat multiple small meals all day and all night. It's always a party on the streets. Starting with seafood sold from boats along the canals that crisscross Bangkok. Here at the Tailing Chan Floating Market, sellers paddle up with fresh fish, portable grills, and spicy fixings, all on their boats.
This is absolutely the best place to find the food in a very unusual atmosphere.
Today's catch? Prawns, mussels, and snakehead fish, with traditional Thai sauce that combines sour, sweet, salty, and spicy tastes. And for a finishing touch, homegrown basil leaves. And the Thai know how to cook with heat.
So good! Spicy!
But if you're from, say, Italy, it may be more excitement than your mouth can handle.
Yeah, it's very spicy. Everything is very spicy. We are not used to spicy food.
But this British couple says they'd rather eat papaya salad and pork satay here than at any restaurant. And why not, when this meal costs less than $3?
Oh, you can't beat the street food. It's cheap, it's authentic, it's tasty. I mean, the seafood just comes from the waterways. It's just amazing. You live like a king here for no money at all.
Delicious.
Vendors near the Royal Palace sell fermented rice and lotus leaves, coconut ice cream, and coconut milk, served in this sauce.
Very fresh, very good. Yes, yes.
Coconut, coconut!
Thailand is one of the world's top coconut growers, and they use it in a lot of native dishes, including their favorite curry dishes. Meat and veggie curries are street stand staples all around Bangkok. You can see 20 different varieties at the Nong Leong Market, where downtown workers come for a fast, hot lunch. And what's cooking for dessert here? Steamed rice crepes, stuffed with pork minced with peanuts and shallots. Or saku saimu, same filling with a sweet tapioca coating.
When we talk about people, Thai people, Bangkok people, they all make a joke about us that we eat like 5 meals a day, which is not true because we eat 7 meals a day.
At night, Bangkok's eat streets are hopping. This is Silom Road.
It's like a melting pot where people come from anywhere in the world and then they live in Bangkok. What they bring with them is not the suitcase, they bring the food.
So there's shawarma from the Middle East and noodles with barbecue pork and crab from China. The late night and backpacker crowds also flock to this street food haven along Khao San Road, where immigrant cuisine is hot stuff, like Indian rotis cooked with banana, condensed milk, and chocolate for dessert.
Let's get sugar high.
And mangoes are served with sticky rice, sweetened with coconut. And it wouldn't be Thailand without pad thai. But this iconic dish is cooked in several different ways, down to the choice of 4 kinds of noodles.